আমি মনে করি মানে the mentality in the group in the team is that আমরা 3 পয়েন্ট নিতে পারি আর যদি ড্র হয় ওকে বাট মেন্টালিটি ইজ 3 পয়েন্ট এটা মানে আপনি প্রত্যেক প্লেয়ারকে জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারেন ওরা সেম অ্যান্সার দিবে তারা আমরা এখানে আসছি কিসের জন্য 3 পয়েন্ট আর আপনি কি জিজ্ঞেস করছেন মানে স্কোয়াড নিয়ে
whether Hamza's inclusion makes it the best Bangladesh side to put forward.
Yeah, of course, Hamza's inclusion is the positive side. Kintu, jeta local player ase, I think they have also optimized their game. I think the mentality has changed. Also, the way we are playing now is totally different from our coach when he came. So a lot of things has changed, and I think the players now are more ready than they were maybe 2 years ago in the south. So that's why we are saying it's a very strong squad.
And the first question,
I think there's a gap. I still think ISL is better than the BPL, but quality-wise between the local Bangladeshis and the Indians, I don't think there's a big gap.
we'll take 3 last questions. We're running out of time.
Jose here,
So I can just quickly translate that for those who do not speak Bengali. The gentleman asks about tomorrow's match. How important is it with regards to the implications on the rankings and for the group stage as well? Please proceed, Jamal.
Good morning, everyone. It feels good to be back in India, and I have good memories from India. So, of course, I'm excited for tomorrow's match, like all of us in this room.
We'll take some questions. If I can see a raise of hand.
Actually, as a opponent in India, it's always before the match and after the match you feel the crowd. Of course, when you're inside the game, you are more focused on the game. You are not so focused on the crowd and what the crowd are saying or chanting. You're more into yourself. You're in your own space. But as I said, it's before the match. You feel the atmosphere. You feel a little bit pressure. You feel the expectations growing. So these type of things is always before the match, but once the match is going on, the adrenaline is so high that you don't feel the crowd.
Next
I
question,
think there's
please.
been a lot of noise about this. Well, probably things could have been better, but for us, that is already gone. It's past. We don't want to find any excuses on that. Today we get to play and we get to train in the stadium finally. We are going to take the best of it. We are ready anyway. We have been not training in the best facilities, but we have been preparing very well. So that's not in our focus anymore. I think the main change since I'm here, the first thing was to kind of find the right players for the approach we wanted to implement. There's been, especially from the first to the second year, I would say that 80% of the players change. We wanted players with ambition, with humility, that hard workers, to have that identity that I think has been the one that has defined this team for the last 3 years, and tried to find the right balance between those seniors that still had that ambition and that passion for playing for the national team, with the right blend with the potential and talented young players. And since then, obviously, I think, but there is a change in the approach from the previous years, probably. But to me, and what we discussed many times with the team is the mentality. I think now we believe much more in ourselves. I think the main change in that was in SAF 2023, when we were able to reach the semi-finals, when we were to the extra time with Kuwait. We were about to reach at least the penalty shootout with them. We have been able to compete very, very well at home with teams like even Australia, Palestine, or Lebanon. So many things are still to improve, but I think especially right now I would tell you that the mentality is what we kind of believe more in ourselves and that we can achieve higher challenges. I think it's even more exciting having Hamza and having Sunil back. No, it's going to be a really competitive match, but it's not going to be only about them. Definitely, if we get to win tomorrow, it's not going to be only for Hamza. Hamza definitely make us better. There's no doubt, and I think Sunil also makes India better. But whoever wins tomorrow is going to be about the team. A lot of respect for India, a lot of respect for Sunil Chetri, a lot of respect for Manolo and their staff. But again, we really feel that we are ready for tomorrow battle. Well, I had the experience in the Asian Games last year, which is it's true that it was in the senior level, but it was with Stimac. I was the head coach of the senior team. Sunil was there. I think Sandes was also there. So it was already kind of an official competition match, which for me was a first experience against India. That definitely, I'm pretty sure, has value for me as a first experience. But again, we know that the record is not the best. We know that since 2003 we haven't been able to win against India. But again, we are very confident that we are stronger than ever. And at least since I'm here, this is the strongest squad we have ever had. And not only performance-wise, but also mentally, we feel very strong.
Before you ask,
because there's a lot of hype and a lot of expectation sometimes with bringing players of Bangladesh origin. For us, it's very important that those players have an important, they feel identified with the culture, like it can be Jamal, Tarek, Quasem, players that have grown up in that culture. Even Fahamedul, who came to the camp, is also a player that is very much identified with that, and the same with Hamza. So there is options in future for that to happen, but there is options for that to happen in future, but again, I think we have to be very careful with the selection.
Jamal, in 2019.